A little over a week ago, Illinois football lost at home to Nebraska by a final score of 20-7. That dropped Illinois' record to 2-4 to start the year, heading into their road matchup against the Maryland Terrapins. But Illinois, they handled business against Maryland. They would win in walk-off fashion with a Caleb Griffin field goal to send the Terrapins back in. Illinois, they are now at a 3-4 record, 3 wins short of bowl game eligibility. Illinois, in their remaining schedule, they're going to look for 3 more wins to get to that bowl game. So today we're going to go to the drawing board. We're going to check on that remaining schedule and see if Illinois will be bowl eligible come December. So we have Wisconsin this week, Illinois taking on the Badgers. That is at home for homecoming. Then Illinois has Minnesota after the bye week. That game will be on the road. Indiana 2-4 to start the year. They have struggled a little bit out the gates. That is at home. Then you have at Iowa. Illinois beat Iowa last year. Iowa, however, 6-1 to start the year. They also just cracked the top 25 once again, but they are without their starting quarterback for the rest of the season, Cade McNamara. Then to finish off the season, they're going to take on Northwestern at home. That's going to be senior day and their last home game of the year. So let's look at this schedule and how Illinois can fare in their final 5 games of the regular season. So this Northwestern game pops out first for me. Illinois took down Northwestern very easily a year ago in their final game of the year. Let's say Illinois comes out of this game with a win. That means Illinois will then have a 4-win mark on the season. And then this other game that pops out to me is Indiana. Illinois is going to come to this game against Indiana as the favorites. Indiana, like I mentioned, 2-4 on the year, but they took down the Illini a year ago to start the season early on. Let's mark that as a win for Illinois. That gets them 5 wins. They will need 1 win in the remaining 3 games: Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. This Iowa game, it could go either way. You have an Iowa team that has struggled offensively, but their defense is among one of the best in the country. They held Wisconsin to 6 points a week ago. Let's just say Illinois falls in this one to Iowa. That means they're going to need to win Wisconsin or Minnesota these next few weeks. Let's start on Minnesota. Let's say Illinois, they head on the road and they take a win. That gets Illinois to their 6-win mark. Wisconsin is without their starting quarterback as well, just like Iowa. If Illinois takes a win in this one, well, they're going to be 7-5. That obviously gets them over the 6-win mark and more. That would make them bowl eligible. Let's look at this again. Let's say Illinois, they lose this weekend to Wisconsin. They would then drop to a 3-5 record in terms of heading into that game against Minnesota. But let's pretend like the rest of the slate stays the same. They get a win against Minnesota. They get a win against Indiana. They lose to Iowa and win to Northwestern. That makes them bowl eligible. Obviously, they have a chance to completely sweep the rest of the season, but they have some tough matchups with that Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. And these Indiana-Northwestern games could go either way. We went to the drawing board tonight to see if Illinois could get 6 wins and become bowl eligible. That was Doing in Sports. I'm Dr. Furco.